Did you know that Earth is in a state of planetary emergency? The reason for this is because of all the environmental issues piling up. Ocean acidification is one of the 15 major current environmental problems that our planet is facing. According to the United Nations Environment Program, ocean acidification has the potential for altering biodiversity, species composition, tourism, fishing industries, and the entire food web.
Ocean acidification is a direct impact of an excessive production of CO2. It has the most impact on shellfish in the same way when humans do when they have osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is a medical condition in which the bones become brittle and fragile from loss of tissue, typically as a result of hormonal changes or deficiency of calcium or vitamin D.
The state of the world's oceans are approaching a tipping point that will directly affect the lives of everybody on Earth. Greenhouse gases continue to pollute the Earth at an alarming rate, and the effect of CO2 on the world's oceans is creating a more acidic environment, which has already been shown to have a dramatic effect on the sea life throughout the Earth's various oceans.
In particular, the great coral reefs, which can be observed from space, are being negatively affected by the decrease in pH and increased acidity, to the extent that thriving habitat which hosts a mass of marine organisms may cease to exist in our lifetime. According to Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution, the definition of a pH is an index of how many protons or hydrogen ions are dissolved and free in a solution. For 300 million years, the ocean has been on the same pH levels of 8.2, but recently it has lowered to 8.1. On a pH scale, it would still be a base, but once the pH is lower than 8, it could become very dangerous.
The ocean absorbs about 22 million tons of CO2 made by humans, and in the next century, the pH levels of ocean can decrease again by 0.5, making the pH levels of the ocean an 8 in the next century. Oceans can absorb about 30% of CO2 from the atmosphere that we live in, and it causes seawater to become more acidic and carbonic ions to be less available than it originally was. Industrialization was one of the main reasons why CO2 has increased dramatically in the last 200 years. Since the industrialization revolution began, we have overused and taken advantage of fossil fuels, usage of motorized vehicles, urbanization, and deforestation.
To stop ocean acidification, we need to put more attention on stopping and cutting off the carbon production drastically. With cities becoming more urban every day, our carbon footprint is increasing. What is a carbon footprint, you may ask? According to timeforchange.org, the total amount of greenhouse gases produced to directly and indirectly support human activities, usually expressed in equivalent tons of carbon dioxide, also known as CO2. The main way we can do this is by reducing our carbon footprint. This includes eating less meat, using less energy, conserving our water uses, driving less, and even riding more bikes.
If we can stop ocean acidification and gas emissions completely, we can possibly help future generations live a healthier and better life. But we can only do that if we work together to stop excessive release of CO2 in the air.